It's trying to keep the YouTube page filled with things more than just our Thursday night shows. Make sure you visit 3countthursday.com for everything 3 Count Thursday related. But doing a little drive home Friday, and it was announced today that the Women's Battle Royal is officially, I think it's the 14th officially announced match for WrestleMania next Sunday, MetLife Stadium, on the award-winning WWE Network. Which, of course, within minutes, the WWE Universe Wrestling Twitter exploded, just as I thought they would. Well, I guess this is all Asuka can get. I guess that WWE hates Asuka. Asuka should get better. Asuka deserves better. Hashtag Asuka deserves better. I don't. I guess I can understand a bit the want for Asuka to have more. I can understand people who love Asuka. I love Asuka. But one match, one build, one title loss, one situation that you may not like does not mean that WWE hates Asuka, that WWE's racist, that Asuka should leave the WWE, that hashtag Asuka deserves better. Over the course of the last week or so, I've been watching, and I said it on last night's, this is Friday afternoon, on last night's live 3 Count Thursday show. I said that I've been going back and watching a lot of WrestleManias, especially ones that I missed when I kind of stopped watching wrestling when I was kind of late in high school and in college and shortly after college. So I started around WrestleMania. I think I started with WrestleMania 24, and I've been watching throughout the course of days. So I haven't been able to sit and watch, and I don't have the commentary on. But there's been some points where I noticed kind of some interesting booking decisions, some interesting match winners and losers. And today I rolled through WrestleMania 27 and 28. And, of course, at 28 was Daniel Bryan losing his WWE World Heavyweight Championship, the big gold belt, in 18 seconds after getting a kiss from AJ Lee. He also receives a brogue kick from Sheamus, loses the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in 18 seconds to open WrestleMania in Miami. I wasn't super active on any sort of wrestling social media at the time of that show. The idea of a podcast was nowhere on my radar or anything like that. That was still a couple of years away. But I can only imagine the backlash at that point with Daniel Bryan and his loss. And look, yes, there are questionable booking decisions. There are times when the WWE does things that make you scratch your head. And honestly, Asuka losing the WWE SmackDown Women's title, less than 14 days, 12 days from WrestleMania, is one of those decisions. I'm not faulting anybody for thinking that it's somewhat of a questionable decision. I do, and I said this last night as well, think that the decision is solely to put more shine on the first ever women's main event of a WrestleMania. So you have the Raw Women's title, you have Ronda Rousey, you have Charlotte Flair. Now, 8-time, 9 if you're counting her NXT title reign, women's title reign. But 8 main roster titles. She's Ric Flair's daughter. That's why she was in the match anyway. So it's a matter of they want this to be as big as can be. Right, wrong, or indifferent, everyone entitled to their opinion. I'm not faulting anybody for the opinion, but that's why Charlotte has the belt. That's why they took it off Asuka. Now, you know, what would you rather have? Because the bottom line is that belt was moving to Charlotte. Now, is there a possibility that they pull Charlotte from the main event? Absolutely. Sorry for the bump. There's still that possibility. I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're getting the triple threat, whether or not both titles are on the line, unifying, whatever. We don't know that as of right now. I hope they clear that up a little bit on Raw and SmackDown on Monday and Tuesday. We'll have to see. But you have Asuka without the title. Now, what could happen from that? You could have Asuka and 3 or 4 or 5 other women from the SmackDown roster have a match to determine the number 1 contender for whoever the SmackDown Women's Champion will be at Money in the Bank, which is the pay-per-view that follows WrestleMania this year. They changed the calendar on us. Or you have the Women's Battle Royal. Now, I understand that, you know, people want to look at the Women's Battle Royal as something, you know, less than you know, floor scraps from dinner that the dog's gonna lap up. I know it's not the most ideal situation, but she's on the card. Those women are on the card. I believe they announced 13 competitors for the Women's Battle Royal. There will likely be some NXT women that get called up. There'll be likely some NXT UK women that'll be on it. NXT women not called up, just put into the match, because obviously NXT's there, the UK women are there, and there'll likely be some one-off legend spots in that Battle Royal to fill out the card. It's not the most ideal thing, unfortunately, but it gets them on the card because the social media WWE fan base, you know, good, bad, or not, has kind of created an environment where everybody has to get on the card. I commend WWE for getting all or as many as possible of their superstars on the WrestleMania card to get that little bit of a payday, especially on a show that's going to be, at least 5 or 6 hours long. So, commend them for that. But WWE is in a weird predicament because, on one hand, you get them all on the card. A quick and easy way to do that is put them in a Battle Royal. Because if you don't put them in a Battle Royal and you get everybody on the card, then we're talking about 20, 21, 22, 23 matches, and people have already scoffed at the rumored 17 matches that'll be on the card. Again, this is the 14th announced, the Women's Battle Royal, 14th match announced for WrestleMania next Sunday. So it's one of these things where you want to complain or fight for any number of situations, but you also want to complain when you get people who are on the card or whatever. So be careful what you wish for, because you might get it. That's going to wrap me up. I'm pulling into my house here, but just want to make sure everyone stays tuned to us. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram are all at 3Count Thursday. Go to 3countthursday.com and also use our collar and elbow brand deal, promo code 3Count. Everything's always the number 3 and the word count. We will talk to you guys live Thursday night when we preview the G1 Supercard, NXT TakeOver, and we look at the go home shows for the week. Until then, stay safe, stay smart, go for the pin.